In this video, we're going to look at when love is real, but emotional intimacy is hard. This is going to be some neurodiverse marriage truths. Now, the goal of this video is to help neurotypical spouses to understand how love and emotional disconnection can coexist in neurodiverse marriages without self-blame, gaslighting, or false hope. There's a particular kind of pain that comes from loving someone who is not unloving, yet still feeling emotionally alone. You, as the NT spouse, may be thinking, well, my ASD spouse is loyal, he never cheats, he shows up in practical ways, and yet the emotional closeness you long for just feels out of reach. Now today, we're talking about what it means when love is real, but emotional intimacy is hard, especially in neurodiverse marriages. So let me start with the truth that many people are afraid to say out loud. Lack of emotional intimacy does not automatically mean lack of love. In neurodiverse relationships, love and intimacy often operate on different channels. And when couples don't understand that distinction, both partners suffer. Let's look at how love often shows up when autism is involved. Your ASD spouse may express love through loyalty, consistency, providing, doing what he believes is right. Love is shown through staying, fixing, solving, protecting, doing things for you. But emotional intimacy, the sharing of inner worlds, requires emotional attunement, vulnerability, and reciprocal emotional flow. And these are skills, not moral traits. So one partner may be loving deeply, while the other feels unseen emotionally. Both experiences are real. Now let's look at why emotional intimacy is hard. Emotional intimacy requires several things that are neurologically demanding for autistic adults. For example, reading emotional cues in real time, tolerating emotional ambiguity, staying present during emotional intensity, and translating internal states into languages. Now, this doesn't mean that your ASD spouse doesn't care, is withholding something, or is unsafe by default. It often means his nervous system becomes overloaded, his processing lags behind emotion, and his internal experience is hard to access verbally. So when your ASD spouse says, I don't really know what I'm feeling, it may be literal, not evasive. Now let's look at the loneliness that confuses NT spouses. This is where the pain sharpens. The non-autistic spouse often thinks, well, if the love is real, why do I feel so alone? Because emotional intimacy is how you experience love. When it's missing, you doubt yourself, you question reality, you wonder if you're asking too much. Over time, this creates relational grief, which is mourning a closeness you hoped would eventually arrive. And that grief deserves acknowledgement, not minimization. Now let's look at what doesn't help. Let's be very clear about what does not create emotional intimacy. Pushing harder, explaining feelings repeatedly, interpreting emotional gaps as rejection, shaming someone for emotional limitations. Listen, these strategies are guaranteed to lead to shutdown, withdrawal, emotional burnout on both sides. Emotional intimacy cannot be forced. I said, emotional intimacy cannot be forced, but it can be built differently. Okay. Here's a healthier reframe that changes everything. My ASD spouse loves me in ways I don't automatically feel, and I still get to decide what I need. This is not either or, it's both and. You as the NT spouse can honor the love that exists, name the intimacy that's missing, stop blaming yourself, stop demoralizing your ASD spouse, and begin asking better questions. What kind of intimacy is possible here? What supports make connections safer? What do I need to stay emotionally whole? Now, let's talk about the question that matters most. The most important question is not, is my spouse capable of emotional intimacy? Rather, it's, is this relationship structured in a way that allows both of us to thrive? That question opens the door to boundaries, support, new models of closeness, and informed decisions without blame and without fantasy. Now, if this video named something you felt but couldn't explain, like, subscribe, and I'm interested in your comments and I will respond to all of them. So in closing, love can be real. Loneliness can also be real. Clarity, not denial, is what brings peace. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.